For over 4 decades, some of the world's largest corporations have anticipated and understood the causes and disastrous effects of climate change, and either buried the evidence, shifted the blame onto individuals, or both. Just how bad is the problem? Let's take a trip back to 1977. One afternoon in July of 1977, at the Exxon Corporation headquarters, an assortment of powerful oilmen received a striking report from James Black, one of the company's most senior scientists. The verdict was simple. The burning of fossil fuels was adversely affecting the global climate, and would eventually lead to disaster. Note that this was in 1977, before much of the public was even aware of the term climate change. Black presented a second assessment to a larger Exxon audience a year later, building on his previous findings and offering detailed figures. Just 100 companies around the world account for 71% of the world's total greenhouse gas emissions. ExxonMobil ranks number 5. This is the central con of the world's largest corporations. They've known the truth for decades, and instead of working to mitigate the effects of the catastrophe they're causing, they choose to actively mislead those vastly more likely to suffer the fallout, all in the name of profit. The list of cities and islands that would be completely submerged is extensive. Miami, Amsterdam, Lisbon, New Orleans, and hundreds of other towns, cities, and islands would go under, displacing millions of people. All so Exxon and others like them can keep paying their executives millions of dollars in bonuses. This is all infuriating, and the people complicit in causing and covering up the climate emergency deserve to be tried for crimes against humanity. We need to shake off the mindset of individualism and consumerism, and start to see ourselves as an interconnected group of people with a common goal. The prevailing cultural zeitgeist in the West, the willingness to see ourselves as merely consumers as opposed to citizens, is no accident. That mindset was built, slowly and deliberately, over several decades. We are in the midst of a crisis, as predicted 4 decades ago by the very orchestrators of the crisis, and they will not give up their control without a fight. Throughout history, only mass movements have been able to turn the tide against seemingly insurmountable odds. We have to stop thinking as individuals and reignite the natural human desire to work together to make the world a better place for all of us.